With the arrival of August, it means the last of my big five start to flower. For those of you that follow along regularly, you know that I'm obsessed by all plants, but there's actually five big species that I absolutely adore. They start in May with the bearded irises, moving on to the huge and blousy peonies around my birthday in May, and then we move into the main rose season all the way through June and July with celebrating roses. We then have the sweet peas, and then August sees the arrival of the last of my big five, and of course it is the dahlia. I grow lots and lots of dahlias here in the Northlodge cottage garden, and I'm basically surrounded by about 60 different varieties, and everybody is always asking how I keep my dahlias looking absolutely fabulous, how I make them flower so heavily and keep those flowers coming all the way through into the back end of the season. Now, dahlias, very much similar to sweet peas, are really huge feeders. They like an awful lot of water and an awful lot of organic matter. The beds here are actually irrigated with a weep watering system, which gives them the water. They're heavily mulched during just before the first frost, because they all remain in the ground during the winter. And then as soon as the first flowers appear and I'm starting cutting, I reach for this, the seafeed extra. And again, I use this absolutely everywhere in the garden, so I'm going to be using this now once a week for the rest of the season to guarantee those flowers keep on coming, and every single time I'm picking, which is once or twice a week, they're going to be receiving a good hit of seafeed extra. Now, this stuff is done at about 15 millilitres per 5 litres, so into my beautiful watering can from Hawes, once again using the really fine watering can rose on the end. I'm mixing about 30 millilitres into this 2-gallon watering can, and now every 7 days they're going to be getting a really good liquid feed from me. So this is how I guarantee lots and lots of blooms, moving from now all the way through to the first frost, which will hopefully somewhere be in the back end of October, or maybe even into November if we're lucky. I get to the point where there's so many flowers I'm giving them away at the door, but that's a really lovely problem to have. So from now on in, they're going to be receiving a weekly feed of the seafeed extra using the lovely watering can from Hawes.